नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Krishna advented 5,000 years ago, and if some of the trees are still standing, it is not unprecedented. Because here also there are very old trees. The particular tree under which Krishna used to call the gopis to come and chant the rasa dance at night with him, that tree is still there. That is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. May that Gopinath, the master of the gopis, Krishna, bless you. May you all become blessed by Gopinath. Gopinath is called for blessings because he used to attract the gopis. As he attracted the gopis by the sweet sound of his flute, so the author desires that he may also attract your mind by that transcendental vibration. Chapter 1. Teachings of Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami, the younger brother of Sanatana Goswami, went to Prayag, the modern Allahabad, with his younger brother Vallabha. And when they heard that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was staying there, both of them became very much pleased. They went to see Lord Chaitanya and saw that the Lord was going to visit the temple of Bindu Madhava. While the Lord was going, chanting and dancing, thousands of people were following him. And some of them were crying, some were laughing, some were dancing, and some singing. Some of them were falling on the ground, offering obeisances to the Lord, and all of them were roaring with the holy names of Krishna, Krishna. Prayag is situated on the confluence of the rivers Ganga and Yamuna. It is said that in spite of its being at the junction of two rivers, Prayag remained without being overflooded until the appearance of Lord Chaitanya, when the city was overflooded by the tide of love for Krishna. The two brothers, Rupa Goswami and Vallabha, saw the great crowd and the wonderful scene. Staying aloof in an uncrowded place, the Lord was dancing, raising his two hands, roaring with the words Hari Bol, Hari Bol. As the people assembled there were astonished, struck with wonder at the Lord's activity, and it is very difficult to describe the actual situation. The Lord was acquainted with one Deccanist, southern Brahmana, and the Lord came back to the Brahmana's house to accept prasadam. While Lord Chaitanya was sitting at the house of this Deccanist Brahmana, the two brothers Rupa Goswami and Vallabha arrived there. From a distant place, they fell down to the ground to offer obeisances and were chanting many Sanskrit verses from scriptures. The Lord saw Rupa Goswami in front of him, thus offering obeisances. He was very much pleased and asked him, "My dear Rupa, please get up." The Lord informed Rupa Goswami about the causeless mercy of Krishna on him, because Krishna had delivered him from the materialistic way of life, which is based simply on pound, shilling, pence. The Lord accepted the two brothers as his own devotees and cited one verse from the scriptures, which states that a Brahmana who studied the four Vedas may not be his devotee, but he may accept a pure devotee coming from a very low family. The Lord then embraced the two brothers, and by his causeless mercy, he touched the lotus feet on their heads. When they were so blessed, both the brothers came to offer prayers to the Lord in their own words. The prayer said that Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, has assumed the form of fair complexion, Gauranga, and is the most munificent incarnation of Krishna, because he is distributing love for Krishna. Srila Rupa Goswami also quoted one verse, which was later found in the book Govinda Lilamrita. This verse says as follows: "Let me be surrendered unto the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the greatest, most merciful personality of Godhead, and who delivers those merged in ignorance and offers them the highest gift of love of Krishna, and thus makes them mad after Krishna consciousness." After this incident, the Lord was invited by Vallabha Bhatta to the other side of the Ganga. and he went there. But wherever he used to go, Rupa Goswami would follow him and was staying with him. The Lord felt inconvenience in crowded places, and therefore he asked Rupa Goswami to accompany him to the banks of the Ganga known as the Saswamedha Ghat. And for 10 days, he instructed Rupa Goswami about the truth of Krishna, the principles of devotional service, and the transcendental mellows. All was described in full detail, so that in the future he could distribute the science of Krishna in his book, Bhakti Rasamrita. Srila Rupa Goswami has described this incident in the first verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which speaks about the causeless mercy of the Lord upon him. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is cognizant, all powerful, and by his causeless mercy, he empowers the living entity to receive his mercy. People in general, being under the spell of conditional life, are averse to devotional service and Krishna consciousness. They are unaware of the principles of Krishna consciousness, namely one's eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate goal of life, which is to return back home, back to Godhead, and the process of chanting to the spiritual world. These things are unknown to the conditioned soul. Lord Chaitanya, out of his causeless mercy, instructed Rupa Goswami on the principles of devotional service. And later on, Rupa Goswami distributed to the people in general the science of devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami has described Lord Chaitanya in the prologue to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu as follows. I am offering my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, known as Lord Chaitanya Deva. Because inspired by him, I am feeling it within my heart to write something about devotional service. Therefore, I am engaged in writing this great book on the science of devotion, known as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami continually for 10 days, and he began his teaching as follows. My dear Rupa, the science of devotional service is just like a great ocean, and it is not possible to show you all the length and breadth of the great ocean, but I shall simply try to explain about the nature of the ocean just by taking a drop out of it, and you can thus taste it and understand what is the ocean of devotional service. With this Brahmanda or universe, there are innumerable living entities, and according to them, their own fruitive activities, they are transmigrating from one species of life to another, and from one planet to another. In this way, their engagement in material existence is being continued since time immemorial. The living entities are atomic parts and parcels of the Supreme Spirit. There is, however, a measurement for the length and breadth of the atomic spiritual spark. It is said, the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto, 87th chapter, 36th verse, that if you divide the tip of hair into 100 parts, and again if you divide one part of that into another 100 parts, such 1/10,000th part of the strip of a hair is the length and breadth of an individual soul. This is also confirmed in the Vedas, the Sveshvatara Upanishad. So I think we can pause here. So here we are being introduced to how uh, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is spreading the causeless mercy of the holy name to everyone around him. And this is important because it shows uh, how merciful the Lord in the holy name is. And also it's showing the importance of uh, the disciplic succession and receiving uh, the confidential information and spiritual knowledge from bona fide spiritual masters. And we see that uh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sharing that with Rupa Goswami as well. And together they're both spreading the holy name to everybody. And then we also, towards the end, we started learning about how the soul transmigration works and how our own fruitive activities are causing us and our soul to transmigrate from one species of a life to another, and even between planets. And this is how we get trapped in this material cycle of birth and death. And we also learn about the science of how small the soul is, that it's 1/10,000 of the part of the tip of the hair, and understanding the nature of the soul will also help us in our path spiritually, because we have to understand the science of the universe and ourselves in order to fully understand Krishna. So yeah, that's pretty much what I understood from the reading thus far. So I think we can move on to the chanting before I'll stop the recording.